Morgan, you've had a few days to digest it, but does it get any easier?
No, I don't think so. It takes some time to just kind of sink in, and I don't think it gets any easier. No.
What are your thoughts on what it's going to take to get over that hump? Does this group have it? Or where's your head at?
Yeah, I think that the belief is that this group does have it, but obviously we haven't proven that yet. I felt like we came close this year. There's no question about that. There's no question about the belief and the effort being there. But with these playoff series, the margin is quite small between winning and losing. And, so as you reflect on it, you realize that, but you do feel a belief and a desire to want to achieve that together, to ultimately win some playoff rounds and keep playing and ultimately win a championship.
Specifically, Morgan, what do you guys take out of that series?
Yeah, specifically, it's a bit tough to break down, but I think if you look back at how we played at home in Game 5, coming back, and then obviously if you could go back and change anything, it's clear that you want to be able to end the series and going into Tampa Game 6 with an opportunity, right there, that one hurts to not, close that off at that point. But moving forward, I think that there are things that we can take away. I thought that we played hard and the belief was there, and the guys just really competed, and I think we could all feel that.
Why do you think the power play had a tougher time finding success in the series than in the regular season?
I think that's just the nature of playoffs. I think that there's a lot of pre-scouting being done, and obviously their penalty kill was very important to their game plan, and for us to not be able to execute at that rate that we were, during the regular season is not ideal. But that being said, we got some big goals, and you want your PK to be ready, you want your power play to be ready, but in the playoffs it's just a lot tighter.
Is one of the things you guys take away is just the killer instinct, because you could have gone up 2-0, you could have gone up 3-1, could have ended it. You weren't able to get that separation against
Yeah.
France, so they're kind of on the
I think you'd love to win in 4. I think, like you win the first game, you go home and you feel great. You watch your shifts, you talk to the guys, everybody feels confident, but they go home and they're pissed off and they got to come back and win a game. So it's not like they're not rolling over. They're the two-time champions for a reason, and to earn the right to play deep like that, you got to have the killer instinct, and we've been talking about that as a group, and I think that this is another good opportunity to add that to our group. And this loss hurts, and I think it's going to build that hatred for it, and that's what you hope for anyway.
Morgan, you guys gifted athletes privileged to play the game for a living, and the reality hits in, something that happened to Mitch last night. What are your personal thoughts?
Yeah, it's hard for me to talk about, because I don't know the details and everything and how much he wants to get into it, so I'm gonna try to avoid it. But it's definitely unfortunate. We're happy he's okay, and there's no real injury, but I think I'll let him kind of address it beyond that.
What's Jason Spezza meant to this team for the last 3 seasons?
Yeah, he's meant a lot. He's been a great leader for us. He's been a guy that almost everybody can lean on and has had an opportunity to kind of lean on and pick his brain. And the joy that he brings to the rink every day is extremely contagious. And I think that's one of the most important things. And when you're around a person who is great at what they do, and they have been great for a long time, and they still have the joy and that burning idea of just wanting to win and improve and be here. I think that's a cool person to be around and to have on your team.
Jason,
Something dramatic happens to this team, either by way of trade or something further up the chain of command. How unsettling would that be to what you guys have established with each other right now?
Yeah, I think that's an interesting question, which I don't. really hard to answer because I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, as a player and as a team, you don't want to have that type of stuff impact you. You want to just keep rolling. You want to show up for training camp and be ready. That being said, I do think our group has truly become closer the past couple of years. And there is this kind of like a goal we have that we want to do it together and want to support one another and just be there for each other. And so if change comes, that's the business, but that's always a bit hard to deal with. But like I said, as a player, you don't want to let that stuff shake you. You just want to keep working and keep showing up.
Morgan, Sheldon mentioned there was a lot more respect in the handshake line for you guys after this game, and they were very complimentary of you guys afterwards in the media. What, if anything, does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's nice, but ultimately you don't want to be in that position. You want to be, playing, and I think it's a classy move, but I think you'd rather just not be the ones they're talking about after they just beat you. That's all.
Jason mentioned that you felt there's more work poured into this season by you guys than ever before.
Yeah.
Do you think there's another level in terms of effort, or is there maybe personnel?
No, I think there has to be more. I think there's always more, especially when the outcome is what it is. I think there has to be more.
Yes. Thanks, Morgan.
Thanks, Morgan.
Thank you.